The Wikipedia game. You know how it starts. You open one tab to look up a random fact, and somehow, 40 minutes later, you're reading about the economic collapse of a civilization that ended in 1200 BC. That's the Wikipedia game in its purest form. The site is built so that every article links to more articles, and your brain is wired to follow curiosity wherever it leads. You don't even realize you've fallen in until you look at the clock and wonder where your evening went. It's not a flaw in the design. It's basically the whole point, the ancient civilization obsession. You read one article about how the ancient Egyptians built the pyramids, and before you know it, you're watching 4-hour documentaries about lost civilizations, disputed carbon dating, underwater ruins off the coast of Japan, and the possibility that human history is 10,000 years older than mainstream archaeology admits. The evidence for most of this is thin, but the presentation is always compelling. And the honest truth is that archaeologists are still making genuinely surprising discoveries. That small kernel of real mystery is enough to keep you watching long after any reasonable person should have gone to bed. The conspiracy theory spiral. This one is sneaky because it doesn't announce itself. You start by watching a video that makes one mildly suspicious claim, and the algorithm keeps feeding you the next thing, then the next. Before long, you've spent 3 hours watching people explain how the moon landing was filmed in a basement and why the number 23 appears in every major historical event. The fascinating part isn't whether any of it is true, it's how convincingly human beings can connect completely unrelated dots. The brain craves patterns, and conspiracy content manufactures them on demand.
The abandoned places rabbit hole. There's something about decaying buildings, empty hospitals, and overgrown amusement parks that pulls people in hard. This rabbit hole usually starts with a single eerie photo, maybe a water park frozen in time, or a library buried under vines. And suddenly, you're watching urbex channels on YouTube at 2 a.m., wondering what happened to this place and the people who used it. Abandoned places hit a very specific emotional nerve. They're a physical reminder that everything we build eventually gets left behind. And somehow, that's both deeply sad and impossibly beautiful at the same time. The Flat Earth Forum. This rabbit hole is unique because it pulls you in even as a skeptic. You go in to laugh and come out genuinely fascinated by the human psychology behind it. They have their own terminology, their own conventions, and their own internal debates. You end up spending hours, not because you believe any of it, but because you're genuinely trying to understand how a fully functioning adult arrives at and defends these conclusions. It's one of the most compelling studies in motivated reasoning you'll ever find online. The Lost Media Hunt. Somewhere online, there were communities dedicated to finding pieces of media that have essentially vanished from history. Old commercials, lost episodes of TV shows, films that only played once in a single theater in 1974. These are the people who tracked down the original pilot episode of a cartoon that aired twice in the 80s and got taped over. What makes this rabbit hole so gripping is the stakes feel real. Every lead is a genuine discovery. When something is actually found, it's a moment of collective triumph. It's archaeology, but for the internet age.